Today, I'd like to speak about the 8 logical steps that will lead to failure in innovation. As researchers, we have been told that innovation is the natural evolution of our research when we discover something. In a way, we believe that innovation is kind of combination between research or discovery and commercialization. We know about research, we know about discovery, but we don't know nothing about commercialization. This is why we try to identify, based on what we are told, what should be the logical path from discovery to innovation, means commercialization. In this logical path, we can identify 8 steps, each making perfect sense. So, we will follow these 8 steps that are totally logic, that really should take us from the initial starting point, we discover something, to the final point, which is we commercialize our innovation. But indeed, what will happen is that these 8 logical steps will take us not to success, but most probably to failure. So in the following, I will review these 8 steps. We will see how they make sense, and we will see why at the end of the path we shouldn't meet success, but instead we should meet failure. So I'm assuming that you are a researcher, an engineer, PhD student or postdoctorate. If you are already in business, you won't probably learn too many things here because you know them already. So please feel free to leave, or you can stay if you want to learn how scientists used to think. Now, you are a researcher, you are an engineer, and you know how to build a research project and create a logical path that will allow you to achieve your goals. Something else you know also is, as a scientist, as a researcher, as an engineer, you are expected to develop your research project in order to find something, to discover something. So we can define step 1 as the research you are doing because you want to find something, you want to discover something. We'll see in the following how we can take this something and convert it into what we call innovation. Step 2, you have discovered something. So now your problem, your challenge, is to bring this something to real life. So what do we call real life? Basically, we say that it's being able to commercialize it, or to find an industry, a company who will support the development and commercialization. Usually this doesn't work very well. So this is why people usually say that researchers are good at innovation, because they manage to find things, to discover stuff, but they are not very good at commercialization because they don't manage to commercialize what they have discovered. Now comes step 3. You have discovered something and you want to use it in your innovation. So, in order to commercialize it, you must do something, but you don't know what to do. So because you're not a businessman, you don't know what are the steps, the strategy. So first thing first, you go to your institution and ask them for advice, which is the right thing to do. Most of the time, the institution will tell you that first, before entering any discussion, you must protect what you have discovered. You have two options now. Either you want to use your discovery and create your own company, or you want to find partners, investors who will help you to develop it. To have a solid ground for negotiation with investors, with industry, so you are told that you must protect your discovery. And you will, or your institution will, invest like $20,000 to file for patent. This seems totally logical. You find something, you want to expose and disclose it, you need to protect it. So this seems very, very logical, but this is actually the first big mistake. Why? Because when you protect and you file a patent, first that will cost money at the step where you don't have a lot of money. And when you do that, you freeze your, let's call it your invention. And your next steps will be to go with this patent and try to convince partners to join your project. But actually, the initial results, the initial discovery, it's never, not even the final product, it's never even the first proof of concept you could develop when you really want to develop the innovation out from this result. So you would be stuck with the patents, with the design, the state of the art you have protected, and you will try to sell it to investors, to industry, to companies. Why you should be better in the lab, in your office, try to improve it in ways we will see after, to really come with something that will be the real innovation. Does it mean that you shouldn't protect it? No, probably. But there's something you can do more easily by filing a provisional patent, even copy your lab book and some notes and results and put them in a sealed envelope and give them to a lawyer. That will be largely enough in case there's some competition and challenge to demonstrate that you were aware of the prior art of it.